before anything else, I can't thank everyone enough for showing up. Trying to have an awareness around it and realize how special something like this is. On the drive over here from St. Louis to here, we're driving across the endless green of Kansas and then through the mountains in Colorado and into Utah. For most of human history, like up until 50 years ago, essentially what we're pulling off this weekend is impossible. Like forever. Like this is so new, such a new thing that we get a chance to do, is connect like this with people from around the country, to choose to show up and choose to expose ourselves to these things. Air travel is something that we all take for granted as a thing that's easy to do. Crossing those mountains, driving here, the number of hours that any of us drove here in comfort, in climate control, at 80 miles an hour, sometimes. But all of those things less than 100 years ago are essential, like a God-level ability. Like don't lose sight of the abundance of all of this. What it is to come to something like this, to see the magic in it. And these weekends can either be this high point that I got to hang out with a bunch of people, or you can choose to have this perspective and keep diving in. Well, what do I get out of it? What do I recognize better now in myself? What do I recognize better in the world around me? How do I expose myself to a different perspective to continue to shape the reality that I choose to live in? One where I have great friends, where I am loved, where I'm enough, where I get to choose the direction of my life, where I'm not stuck being reactionary to old patterns and old habits that take me off my course. How do I control that voice? How do I manage the negative voice in my head? How do I start to recognize it more and maybe even love it? How do we get to write the narrative of who we want to be? Who we have been is written. Who you want to be is up to you. It's all on you. That's the radical accountability of it. Whatever it is we have all been through that got us to this moment of wanting to change our lives and pick up new habits and learn new things, all of that got us here. It's not all your fault, but it is yours to master. It is your life to go forward with. It's you that gets the responsibility of choosing how we manage the life in front of us. The only thing we're actually in control of. And what do you want to do with your very temporary time here? Spending it in group or community? I mean, how many people I know that we've worked with in this group talk about one of the main things is I'm looking for like-minded people, and I struggle making friends as an adult. This weekend is more than any of these TED Talks or facilitating breathwork or any of this. This is connection. You're all talking about people that you want to be like, the people that you want to spend your time with, these conversations of depth, not wasting our time about the fucking weather. Being excited about these dreams that we're chasing and hearing people go for it and letting that fuel your fire instead of it extinguish it. There is so much success in this room and so much success in this universe that we're not here to share it. It's available. Everyone is on your own path and your ride. Continue to make the decisions that keep you on it. So thank you for being here. And if anything I can recommend for this weekend, be present. One of the first experiences that I started noticing when I traveled more was when I was traveling, I'm out of routine. And I can't switch on the autopilot. And I have to pay attention to new environments. And I'm on the road going to new places and finding a new thing to do. And all of a sudden, this short weekend that if I'm at home and in routine is immediately gone. Boom, whatever it was. Now I had these long memories of it because you're on, because you're paying attention, because you're present. Be present this weekend. Like that's the gift you can give yourself. The more present you are, the more in it you are, the less distracted, the longer this weekend will be. And I know that those of you who've been on trips with us, and I know those of you who've been to retreats, by Sunday evening, we've been here a month. Because that's how little the autopilot gets to click on. You're in it. Be in it. Let yourself think about it. You're in a completely safe place with people who want to see you succeed. Lean into it.